How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwall here. Thank you for joining me for another video today. And today we've just got a little bit of an update. I've not done a video for a week or so. And the main reason for that, I was on a bit of a roll with the iRacing videos and tutorials and different things, is I've done an upgrade. I've treated myself during the lockdown to a cheeky little upgrade. So just taught you about that, learning experience, what's coming up on the channel, different things, and try not to do too much with my hands. The hashtag lockdown hair, I've tried to do something with it today and it's... yeah, it's getting long. But you know, my rule is at the minute is I'm not going to get it cut unless it starts to look really ridiculous until hairdressers open and stuff. So you know, why not? I'm not up to this home hairdressing stuff. But anyway, so let's get to it. My upgrade. Let's start with that. So we'll start with the big bit first. So I picked up this MSI motherboard. I went with the X570, which is a little bit overkill for the CPU that I've got. But this is kind of like the best level of motherboard you can get at the minute. So obviously I went for the Ryzen. I can get my bit right down here. So I've got a Ryzen chip. So I've gone back to AMD. They are killing it at the minute. You know, what can you do? This motherboard is one of the latest ones from MSI. It's the Gaming Plus. It's not like their top of the range one, but it is like the best chipset that you can get at the minute. And what surprised me, because I've gone from an i7 Sandy Bridge, and my motherboard, I think when I looked at it, was maybe 5 years old, something like that. So it was a gigabyte motherboard, pretty decent and things, but so much stuff has changed. So just a little image on here for you. I'll probably put one up on the screen if I remember to do it. But it's got a little fan actually to cool the motherboard down itself, as well as what's on the PSU. It's got some like little heatsink things here. And it's just a bit crazy. Obviously, it's got the M2 ports on it, so you can put the hard drive that goes into the straight onto the motherboard itself as well. It had a slightly different power coupler, which scuppered me for a couple of days, unfortunately. Which meant that my old motherboard had 2 4-pins as well as the big ATX port on it. But this, for some reason, has got a 4 and 8. So then I had to go on to Amazon. I had to wait an extra couple of days because Amazon aren't delivering like the usual stuff, and which meant it took me a while to get it going, and I was just bricking it, making sure everything was going to work. But it's got all the good bells and whistles on it. It's also got, the reason why I went for this type of motherboard as well is it's because it's PCI 4. So when I upgrade my graphics card, which I haven't done yet, but that's the next stage, it means that I can, when the CPU's there to unlock it, I can get those speeds. And I kind of went over the top of what I needed to keep me a little bit ahead of technology rather than going for a budget one and keeping it behind. I mean, everything that I've got here cost me about £300 ish. But we'll explain this. So this was about 150. I got all these from CCL online, so I'll drop a link in the bottom because they were fantastic. I actually found them, I think, off the MSI or the Gigabyte website where you can go to the vendors, because I was looking for places just to check prices, and overclockers didn't have the chip that I wanted, which we'll get to in a second, and different things, and I found these and they were fantastic, and they had pretty speedy delivery as well. My case is all blacked out, but this has got lights on it as well. It's DIY friendly, blah 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 blah. So that's really good. The other good little bit as well is I'll just put this up here. I've got you might be able to see one of the speakers behind me. I've got 5.1 Logitech speakers, which have the 3.5mm jacks in it, and this has actually got a 7.1 card in it, which surprised me, which meant I could get rid of my other card, which is really cool because it means that I don't have to have that, can all work off on board and different things, which is pretty cool. So let's get to the chip. So the chip I got was a Ryzen 5, there we go, and it's a 1600. Now, before anybody starts killing me in the comments, it's an AF chip. So this is the latest one. I've done a lot of research into this. So this is the latest model of this. Not that long come out, and it's £100, but it's the equivalent of a 3200. Go figure. So you can either get yourself a 3200 and spend 150, 200 quid, or you can get this one, spend £100. They are a little bit harder to get hold of, and you have to make sure it is the AF model, and you can see that in the part number on there. You'll see that it says, I don't know if I can get it to focus it in, but it does say AF, so you have to make sure that it's the AF model. And some of them will say it's a new one and different things, and basically it's just been reworked and it's the 1600 at a 3200, and it's 100 quid still. They've kept the same price band for anybody that was looking at it previously, and they for some reason kept that in. And then finally for my upgrade, just put my previous one had 16 gigs of RAM anyway, so I kept with the 16 gig, went with 2 HyperX slots for now, so 2 8 gigs, just to keep me up at that, and everything else is what it is. I mean, there was nothing else really to put in it apart from my graphics card, which is GTX 970 NVIDIA, which I'm looking at upgrading at some point. I think I'm tossing up between an RTX 2080 or 2070, or the Radeon RX 700, I think it is. Just seeing what's out there really. So that's basically where I'm at. You can see all my pop dolls and different things back there. Got my Batman collectors stuff there, and then just some random paperwork. But yeah, I just wanted to just do a little video. I don't really do these vlog type of things that often. I'm looking at doing some more videos for iRacing. Really loving getting into iRacing at the minute. It's good fun. It's tough. It's hard getting into it. I'm going to do a few videos about my experience going from rookies and still in D class. I've made probably a few mistakes, which means I'm going to be in D class for a little bit longer. Not of my fault, but it's just how you actually go through that journey. And still doing my miniatures painting. I've just bought the I can't remember the name of the tank, but the big tank that the droids use in Phantom Menace. So I've just got one of them in it. It's massive. So doing a bit of painting, working. My job means that I'm not an essential worker, but my business is still running because the IT is awesome. That's why I work in. So it just means that, you know, things are still going as they are. But yeah, that's about it really. It was just a super quick video just to show you guys what I've got. I'll put links into the description what I've got so you can see. If you wanted to pick anything up yourself, feel free to ask me any questions. It was pretty easy to do. I prefer to build my own PC as opposed to get someone to do it for me, just because that's what I prefer. I enjoy the experience. I enjoy putting things together, putting the pins in and stuff. I have to get my wife to help me with the pins a little bit because I've got fairly big hands and clumsy, whereas she can get in there. But it was easier than the previous ones that I've done, if I'm brutally honest. The actual motherboard, I don't think. Oops. Here we go. So the motherboard itself, which was something else that was new on in this one, had these. I had to take them off because of the Wraith cooler that comes in these, which is apparently really good. So I've just kept that on it. And it had the traditional 4 pins, but this actually has clips. So these actually screwed into the motherboard when I got it, and it meant that you could have just a CPU cooler that clips on, which is pretty cool. You know, a bit of innovation for you. So anyway, waffling on. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those wonderful things. I'm looking at possibly setting up the membership side of things to the channel, just so you guys can hit join. You can get some special buttons. I'm going to try and maybe do a bit of streaming as well when I'm racing, maybe even when I'm just practicing, if anybody wants to join. Looking at setting up maybe a private series on Dirt, which would be pretty cool. That'll be good fun. Not on Dirt, sorry, on iRacing, setting up a thing with DOR on that, and possibly Assetto Corsa. We've just got a few things that we're trying to do, and obviously we've had some new updates about the F1 2020 game, so we're going to actually be able to race in some of the tracks that even the guys haven't raced on, like Zandvoort, which they've not been to for quite a while and whatnot, and the Vietnam track. So I've been sent a few things, press things from that, so I'm going to try and get a few videos out. I was just waiting until the big guys have done their stuff, and then also wait until I've got a bit more footage to show you, because I don't want to just keep looping the trailer around and stuff like that. Plus a few videos that I might do about maybe the new Forza game that may or may not come out this year, and different things. So anyway, waffling on again. So until next time, guys, thank you very much. Love to you all, and see you soon. Bye bye.